Good morning, dear students. Today we are starting the new chapter, Animal Kingdom, and I had given you in the audio about the general features of the animal kingdom. So today we will be starting from phylum Porifera. As their name indicates, phylum Porifera are the pore-bearing animals. They bear the pore throughout their body for various life functions. They have cellular grade organization that they have. From here the cellular grade organization starts. Tissue grade organization is not starting from here. Then after that they are marine, sedentary. Sedentary means they can stand at the bottom. That is why some of them are called as animals like plant also. Then after that acoelomate, without the body cavity, that is coelom. Then diploblastic, body is divided into two, ectoderm and endoderm. Two layers are there. Then after that water canal system is present, and this water canal system is meant for process of taking food inside the body, and that is the ingestion and egestion both. Now there are various spicules over here. Here you can see there are various spicules, and these spicules or the horny substances, they are made up of spongin fibers. Children, spongin is a sort of protein. Now after that digestion intracellular, that is digestion takes place within the body. Hermaphrodite, meaning you know. Then after that asexual reproduction by budding. This is the chiefly occurring process of asexual reproduction in poriferans. Fertilization is also internal. Then after that cleavage holoblastic. Holoblastic means there is a division of whole body, so we call it as holoblastic. Larva is called as amphiblastula, and example is cycon. I hope that all the things are clear to you related with the terminology. Next is Coelenterata. Coelenterata, you are familiar with that. You have read so many things about the hydra. It is the tentacle bearing organism. So after that next one is diploblastic, that is body is divided into two layers. Acoelomate, there is no presence of coelom, that is the body cavity. Then after that next is tissue grade of organization is there. Tissue grade of body organization is starts from here. Coelenterata, body cavity is called coelenteron, and there is a blind sac plan. Blind sac plan means the digestion, and that is the ingestion and egestion is taking place from same organ. Nematoblasts, that are the stinging cells, are present to protect themselves from the prey, to protect themselves from the other animals. Then after that there is the polymorphism, that is the formation of more than two types of body forms. Poly means many, morphism means morphological form. Usually they have the polyp and the medusa stage. Then asexual reproduction takes place by budding, and the ciliated larva is called as planula larva, and the polyp is the asexual phase, and whereas the medusa is the sexual phase in case of hydra. So stinging cells, which are called as nematoblast, again I am repeating, they are meant to protect the organism from the various predators. Okay, then after that phylum Ctenophora. Ctenophora, comb jellies they are called because they have plate like a structure just as a comb, so they are called as comb jellies. Children, in your book the diagrams are given. Here I am summarizing the important features which are essential for these phylums. Example is Velemon. Marine tissue grade level starts. Then here also the tissue grade level is there. Then after that next one is the other important feature is fused plates they have. Body is diploblastic, that is the body is divided into two layers. Presence of fused plates which are called as comb plates. Bisexual, then they have got the larva which is called as cydipate. Then they have got the properties of bioluminescence. Bioluminescence, that light producing photocytes are present, so that is why they glow. That is why they have got the property of bioluminescence. Next is the phylum Platyhelminths. Platyhelminths, in that body is triploblastic, that is divided into 3 layers. So here the body is triploblastic from the Platyhelminths. Example is the Taenia or the tapeworm. Already I had shown it to you in the 9th standard. And the acoelomate, no coelom is present. Bilaterally symmetrical means they have got the bilateral symmetry. Dorso-ventrally flattened flatworm. Dorso-ventrally flattened, compressed they are. Tissue grade organization they have. Soft bodied, pseudo segmentation. Segmentation is false. Children from Annelida, the 2 segmentation starts, but here there is a false segmentation. Then digestive system absent. Protonephridia, that is the tubules are there for the excretion process, which are called as protonephridia. Example, Taenia. Then next is the phylum Nematoda. Nematoda is also called as Helminth. It is also called as roundworm because their tail is rounded in and most of the animals. Then vermiform, they have got the worm-like features. Organ system level starts from here. Here there is a formation of organ level system. Then nerve ring is present in the nervous system. Sexual dimorphism, sexes are separate, and example is Ascaris. Now here Annelida. Annelida has got the bilateral symmetry here also. Triploblastic body divided into 3. Then after that truly coelomate. From here the true coelom is starting, and the true coelom, you know that from the mesoderm, if it is originating, it is the true coelom. Organ system level is there. Then paired appendages are there, but they are never jointed. Then body wall musculature will be there with the circular muscles. Cuticle is present, that is why their skin is very slippery. Then after that next one is locomotion, maybe with the chitinous CT. There is the chitinous structure in your book. In the diagram it is mentioned. Then blood vascular system is of closed type. That is, blood is confined into the closed channels. Then arteries and venous system. Then respiratory pigment is called erythrochlorine, and the nephridia are meant for the excretion process. There is a presence of statocyst, it may be helping in the body processes. Then after that high power of regeneration they have, that is example is Hirudinaria. I will be telling you they have got the metamerically segmented body. Metamerically segmented body means pores are present and through them the segmentation arises. This is called as true metamerism. Then after that phylum, next is mollusca. Mollusca are called as slow moving snails. They are also called as bivalves. Example Junio and all. Then they had the cephalopods. They bear the calcareous shell chiefly over their body. Organ system present. Body is divided into 3 layers, that is triploblastic. They are coelomate and skin is soft. Over the hump it forms the mantle, and mantle is a calcareous covering made up of chiefly calcium carbonate, and between the hem and the mantle there is a cavity present which is called as mantle cavity. Mouth with the rasping organ which is called as radula, means mouth is provided with a rasp like structure which is called as radula. Digestive gland hepatopancreas is present. So from the poriference till the hair, there are certain addition of the body features depending upon the functions. So circulatory system open, here also circulatory system is open, and here there was the circulatory system, that is the blood circulatory system, closed in the Annelida. Now the next is they have got the respiratory pigment hemocyanin and the respiration by the gills or with the pulmonary sacs. Metanephridia are present for the excretion process, and the other thing is that they are mostly oviparous. Larva is called as veliger larva, and example is pila. So children, these are the important features which I have summarized. I have sent you one audio also. Please go through with that, write the notes and the key points which are written on the board. Thank you.